Hey guys, Jeremy at Speedwerx here, coming to you with our second version. This is our latest and greatest updates. We've got a bunch of specs that have changed. We got updates to parts, new parts released, etc., etc. But we're going to be talking the 2022 and 2023 Polaris Boost RMK models. First thing we're going to talk about is probably the most popular piece, and that's mufflers. Everybody's looking to save weight. We have our stainless L2 option, which is going to drop 10.9 pounds. These have been shipping for a while. These are in stock. Great piece, looks great, sounds great. If you're looking for that a little bit louder sound, definitely go with the L2. For those of you that don't want a loud version, we have our standard lightweight muffler. These have just started to ship. There's more and more in stock every single day, so if you have a back order, they're starting to ship. If not and you want to get one ordered, get it on order so we can get it shipped for you. These are 8 pounds lighter in stock. We offer them in a ceramic coated version. Horsepower wise, performance wise, they're very, very similar. This is a little bit freer flowing system with the L2, so if you're going to be doing higher boost levels with the flash and stuff, you should be looking at the L2 version. This version will still work fine, it's just the L2 is just a little bit better with it being freer flowing. Next step from there is, for those of you that haven't heard or don't know, there's an ECU flash update from Polaris. Changes a bunch of different things, but if you have that 2022 model especially, it's going to give you the 23 mapping. So if you just plan on running the stock mapping or the stock power levels, I highly recommend that you get that upgrade. That tune is a lot more forgiving. It has a lot of other really good features that you'll like. Speedwerx will be coming out with later in the season. We'll be coming out with a flash of our own that we'll say has the same stock power levels. We're not really adding any boost, but it's definitely went in there and cleaned a bunch of stuff up and made it more of a performance-based setup. So that's one thing. If you haven't got that done, get that done. A bunch of people that order packages earlier in the season or in the fall, all those updates, if you haven't heard from us already, your stuff's already being boxed up. You should be getting a phone call from us any day, any time. And we'll be calling you to talk about a bunch of this stuff we're going to talk about in this video, but those upgraded parts and whatnot are being shipped to you as well, so you should see that anytime. So for ECU tunes, right now there's 4 stages. There's gonna be 5, but right now there's only 4. First one is that 2023 update from Polaris. If you plan on running stock boost levels, that's definitely, you're gonna want to do that, get a hold of that. There's a lot of things that work better with that map over the 22. I think you're gonna like it. Then we have our stage 2, which is our straight pump gas, 6,000 feet and above performance map. Wicked power. Gonna have more power than most of you guys are expecting with just being that pump gas map. I think that's gonna be our most popular option in my opinion. Next one is stage 3, and that's a 50-50 pump gas and 100 low lead or av gas, again at 6,000 feet and above. Guys running lower elevations than that, you'll probably have to run more of the 100 low lead. And again, wicked power, things run absolutely amazing. And we'll have a full race gas map as well. That's not available yet. And then the new map that I'm talking about, which will be our 5th map, we'll probably call that 1.5, and that'll be a stock boost level tune, but it's going to have a bunch of stuff that we cleaned up in there and how we felt enhanced performance to work with our clutching and exhaust package to make it even better. So that'll be something coming later on in the season. We're just getting started on that setup, but that'll be coming later on as well. Guys running the added boost tunes, you need to double up your pipe springs from the Y pipe to the pipe. Right now there's 3 of them, and you just need to add 3 more to each one of those. The pipe springs are, $2, $3, $4, $5 a piece, something like that. Just get in there, double them up. Under those higher boost settings, we actually see the pipe blowing off the manifold, and the sleds will do some pretty weird things that can confuse guys and throw things off, but adding those extra springs will help resolve that issue. We've been working really, really hard on our clutching. We've been focusing a lot on the bottom end and the throttle response just to get these sleds as rippy and responsive as possible. I myself, I don't like dealing with the lagginess of a turbo. I'd like to give up a little bit on the top just to have them a little bit rippier and more responsive on the bottom when you want to pop over stuff. I like that feeling things a lot more. So we've been focusing a lot on that. We've developed a new clutch weight specifically for these boost models. There's a bunch of adjustability built into it. where there's a set screw that you can adjust while it's installed, with the set screw going in and out of the weight. And then there's a belly adjustment as well. This doesn't get played with as much. It can be, you guys that really want to play with it, you can. But there's another 5/16 adjustment screw down here on the belly as well. Again, all of our clutch kits come with a preset or a starting point with all of our settings. But that weight is huge, and the rest of the kit works all the way around it. It does require a different shim on the spider. So when you're taking your clutch apart, you take the bolt off. When they're new, they're a little bit on the snug side here, but they will come apart. Well, you would just add this shim down in here, and then put your assembly back together, bolt it back together, and you'll be on your way. Then obviously comes with one of our H5 alloy primary springs, secondary springs, one of our compound radius helixes with dual ramps, and we send you rollers to swap out, so you can get rid of them bigger rollers. You can go back to the twin ramp. These things are pretty sensitive to clutching. If they're too light, they'll overfuel, they'll bog, they'll sound like shit. You know, you let off the gas, get back into it, everything's fine. But normally when they're clutch too light, or if you're getting a ton of track spin, those are the situations you're gonna see that on. So pretty important on the clutching to make sure you're staying on top of that. But yeah, we're having really good results with our overall setup. Again, we really focused on throttle response and acceleration. The back shift's really good. I think you guys will be really happy with that setup. And then we have all of our panel venting options. There's 4 venting options on these machines. You have this unit that goes right over the clutches, so all that hot air from the clutch and whatnot can just release upward. Then you have 2 more for the side panels, especially right over by the turbo. Those 2 vents are pretty close, so it really helps that area breathe, gets some fresh air in there, gets the hot air out. And then we're cramming cool air in on the front side, what I'll call the belly pans, or right behind the shocks or the A-arms, where you can cram air into the clutch side and the exhaust side to just get some cool air in there, get things moving, get things cooled down. Anything you can do on these things to cool the under hood temps or the intake temps down is huge. It's going to help with longevity, durability. It's going to help with overall performance. Just a real easy thing to do. And we've been talking about these vent kits for a while, but they're available now as well too. And then we highly recommend adding the frog skins to the stock air intake. That's whether you have the 22 or the 23. If you have the 22, I know they're on back order, but they changed some things on the intake on the 23s. They're on back order for a while, but you might want to look at doing that too, or if you want to talk about that more in depth, just give us a call. But there's a part number on we'll have a high flow air intake part number, and all this information is available on the website too, so you can read up on it if you want to review, or like always, give us a call.